Nowadays, we live in a world where social expectations seem to be constantly growing. What others think, what they say, and even what we imagine they are thinking about us end up shaping a significant part of our decisions. If you've ever caught yourself worrying about what others expect from you, or worse, changing something important in your life just to please others, you're not alone. The good news is that there is a way to break free from this mental prison. This way is the Stoic path. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, has much to teach us about how to stop caring what others think. Instead of living for others, Stoics believe we should focus on what we can control, which are our own actions, thoughts, and emotional responses. According to this philosophy, what others think of us is entirely beyond our control, and therefore it should not be our priority. The first step is to understand that other people's opinions, while important in some social aspects, should not be the foundation of our life decisions. One of the key teachings of Stoicism is to focus on what is within our control. Stoic philosophers such as Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius advocated for the idea that we should do what is right according to our own principles, without excessively worrying about the opinions of others. And they were right. When we worry too much about what others think, we end up putting our own lives and decisions in the hands of people who have no idea what we truly want or need. Imagine this. You want to pursue a new career path, but you're afraid of disapproval from the people around you. You start postponing this decision, even though you know it would be the best thing for your life. This is the kind of mental prison that Stoicism teaches us to break out of. Stoicism teaches us that true freedom comes from accepting that we cannot control others' opinions. For example, Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who was also a great Stoic philosopher, wrote in his meditations that we must accept with serenity what is beyond our control and focus on what depends on us. This includes our reactions and decisions in the face of criticism, judgment, or approval from others. One of the biggest challenges we face when trying to stop caring about what others think is the need for approval. We grow up in a society that often places social acceptance as one of life's greatest goals. However, when we begin to see reality from a different perspective, we start to realize that living to please others will never be enough. Other people's expectations are infinite and always change. What pleases one person may displease another. What you do to try to please everyone, in the end, ends up not pleasing anyone truly, not even yourself. The secret, then, lies in understanding that the only person whose opinion truly matters is you. It is not a matter of selfishness, but of self-knowledge and emotional self-sufficiency. In the Stoic path, we find the concept of ataraxia, which means an unshakable mental tranquility, even in difficult situations. This tranquility can only be achieved when we learn not to depend on external approval to feel valuable or worthy. Another fundamental point in Stoicism is the idea that we cannot control events, but we can control our reactions to them. For example, if someone criticizes your work or your appearance, that is beyond your control. What you can control is how you react to that criticism. Stoicism teaches us to respond rationally, without giving in to the immediate emotion that often makes us feel inferior or uncomfortable. If someone doesn't like something you've done, that's their problem, not yours. As Seneca said, it's not the things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. By internalizing this concept, we begin to realize that our emotional reactions are often not reflections of reality, but rather how we choose to interpret them. If someone criticizes your choices, for example, you have the option to see it as an opportunity for reflection or as a personal attack. Stoicism teaches us to view these criticisms in a more objective way, without letting them affect our inner peace. It's a skill you can develop over time by realizing that other people's words have no power over your self-esteem unless you allow them to. One of the most effective ways to stop caring what others think is by practicing self-compassion. Often, we care about others' opinions because we are too hard on ourselves. If you can be kinder to yourself and accept your imperfections, it becomes easier to ignore the need for external approval. Self-knowledge and self-acceptance are powerful keys to self-confidence. Stoicism also teaches us to focus on our virtues. When we concentrate on what we are capable of doing well, instead of trying to please others, our confidence grows. Stoic philosophy challenges us to live according to our own values, which makes us less susceptible to external influences. When we follow our virtues, It no longer matters what others think because we know we are acting with integrity. As you start putting Stoic teachings into practice, you will notice a shift in how you handle other people's opinions. Criticism will lose the weight it once had over you. Others' approval will no longer be a determining factor in your choices. The goal is not to become an insensitive person, but to learn to differentiate between what truly matters and what is just external noise. On the path of self-affirmation, you will become more confident, not because you're seeking others' acceptance, but because you're living according to what you believe is best for you. Stoicism offers us this liberation. It teaches us to seek true inner peace, which comes from control over our reactions and emotional independence. So, if you're tired of living according to others' expectations, it might be time to embrace the Stoic path. By learning to focus on what really matters and accepting what is beyond your control, you will find a sense of freedom and peace you never thought possible. And by doing so, you will start living a more authentic, true-to-yourself life. The journey to stop caring what others think isn't easy, but it's one of the most empowering you can take. By following the Stoic path, you are investing in your emotional freedom and well-being. And in doing so, you are becoming the best version of yourself.